Alright, here in my hands I have the M11 SWD. Pretty neat little sub gun. Pretty cool looking, really solid, heavy, reasonable rate of fire, something like an Uzi. People debate all the time the applications for submachine guns. Of course it depends, military, law enforcement, or civilians, self-defense, whatever. There's lots of different opinions on that. Well, I have this theory along the lines of the applications for this type of gun. And that is that a sub gun could be used as what I would refer to as a long range shotgun, sort of. If you're firing a double-aught buck through a 12 gauge, or I guess mainly a 12 gauge is what I'm referring to, you get a really nice pattern, of course, with a double-aught buck and 9 pellets, or maybe 15 if you've got the big 3-inchers. But if you get out to 60, 70, 80 yards, that really spreads out to the point where it's really not probably too viable at that kind of range. Well, with a sub gun like this, you could get 30 to 40 yard type of patterning like you could out of a shotgun, but at like 80 yards, maybe even 100. And you've got a 9mm, right, instead of a little double-aught buck round, which is probably not going to have, no expert on the subject, but I would say 9mm is probably going to have a little bit more thump to it at that kind of range than double-aught buckshot. So it's just a theory, so we're going to test it. I'm going to try to shoot the gong with this thing and see what kind of pattern I can get, what kind of group I can hold. So if you'll zoom out there whenever I'm shooting, maybe we'll be able to tell something about it. I don't know. Again, it's just a theory, so let's find out. Let's have a scientific experience here. All right. All right. I couldn't really see where those hit, but maybe you guys can tell something from the video and see if that theory holds any water, as I say. But nothing else, just an interesting thing to think about.